All right. Well, we bolted down the fuel rail today, put on the throttle body, found out all the connections. So this is for your throttle body, obviously. Oh, sorry. This is for your throttle body. Throttle body. Can't speak. Comes out of that guy right there. They have an extension for it. They also have an extension for your map wire, which goes in there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one goes in. That one goes in there. Yes. No. This guy goes back there. Yeah, just like I was saying. So yeah, I was right. Not bad, y'all. And then this one, which is the MAF breakout harness, goes into this white guy right here. Okay. And then that obviously goes into your mass airflow. So got all those hooked up so I know where they're going. For this particular application, I looked at another gentleman who did the same kit and everything, and he said he was having belt slip, so he put his belt far side of the tensioner, middle of the pulley. And if you look down on it, it looks pretty straight on that way. You can tell this is a little further out than the tensioner, so I think that's why he did that. Originally I had this in the middle of the pull or the tensioner to match this, but it was a little off, so I think this might be better. We'll see. I have the evap delete, or the evap delete, but I want this vehicle to be emission compliant, so I'll be ordering that. But until then, I will delete the evap hardline. But yeah, bolted down the fuel rail. I honestly just went to like decently snug. I didn't go crazy. Just nice and snug, checked them all. And then for these bolts, for the actual lid, the sequence is inside to outside. So I'm starting on the middle and going boom, 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 and then up here, and then down here, and then back there. And then just so you're aware, those bolts back there are crazy hard to get to. So I've been using this, which helps a ton to just lift up on that and give you more access. But won't lie to you, it's not fun. This bolt's easier than that bolt for me. I'm just using good old 10mm wrench. But there's also two bolts that go in the middle right here. And if I'm being honest, I'm a little disheartened to try to get to them. And part of me thinks maybe I'll just be okay and not need them. They're seriously like right there. Maybe they wouldn't be that hard to get to. I don't know. Maybe I will try to get to them and get everything buttoned down to officially. But needless to say, they're not fun to get to. But yeah, that's kind of everything that I've done so far today. Oh, I did reposition this ground right here. That guy, he was over here on the block. Repositioned him over here, just on my dipstick. So that worked out nicely. Trying to think of anything else. I'm debating on where I'm gonna put this, and I'm trying to learn the wiring for that. So slowly but surely, gonna get a new crank bolt, and yeah, it's coming along nicely. All right. Whew, another day. It feels like it goes slower every day. Okay, so here's what we did. I think last time I put this on, so that's new. Obviously the brake booster is new. I guess let me just talk about stuff that I found pertinent. So there's my pump, zip tied on. It's not crazy tight, but we'll see how it does. Shouldn't be in the way of the fans. They need about 3 or 4 inches to clear, so it should just run right behind them. I have my plumbing that I'm gonna be running here shortly, but that's what I did. I threw a zip tie through it and threw it around. I tried using some screws, or maybe I was gonna drill into the body, and you know what? I'm gonna see how this works out. So that's what I did with the electronic booster pump. Wiring wise, I was a little confused. This is how I did the wiring. We'll see if it's correct. I did a, basically what's it called? Where you have to, I bought this separately as a fuse connector. So I bought a fuse connector at AutoZone because I just had this red wire. And so this was able to take place of, what is that? 14? It took place of 14. And then I threw the black wire that comes off of the piggy tail down there that plugs into the pump. The black wire I assumed was a ground, and I think that's a ground. We'll see. Obviously, it won't work if it's not a ground. Hopefully I don't pop any fuses. Anyways, so that's kind of how I'm running mine. What else? Got the coil packs on. Not super pretty. Just did, you know, the, what is it, 3/8 of an inch above and drilled in. One thing I didn't know, this guy is gonna hit right here, just FYI. Because if you see, there's a little divot down here, but when you move these effectively, you know, these down, but the bolts up, then this comes down and hits into where that notch hasn't started. I kind of just screwed these down and let this kind of flex up a little bit. So not the best way to do it, but it works so far. All the coil packs are on there nice and tight. Obviously plugged in all of these connections. I kind of detailed that in my previous video. This goes up there, and that's for my mass airflow sensor. But yeah, everything else has been pretty straightforward so far. That wasn't super fun, but I think the worst of that's over. Yeah, she goes good. Hopefully I'll get things started up tomorrow. Got my cold air intake from Airade. Just snagged a used unit. I do have a Mighty Mouse catch can in there. This place is a mess. Tomorrow maybe I'll come down here after I do my plumbing. I'll clean up a little bit. So, yep, need to put the fans back in. But yeah, just wanted to detail a couple of the small things that I felt like were a little bit more difficult or not as straightforward as maybe I would have liked. Because again, not a mechanic. I enjoy working on my cars, but you know, I've never taken any classes or anything of that nature. So anyways,